Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of SimCity. Today we are in Avalon's Nest, but we're going to go back to our new city because I've kind of been neglecting this. There is still a lot that I want to do in this city. The rebuilding has been kind of slow because it's quite time consuming to do, but you can see here the city is really developing well at the moment. All of this very high density stuff, and I've also redone the area down the bottom here, which is something I talked about a lot in the last episode. Should I not, or should I do it? So we've kind of removed this second avenue going all the way across, and now it just goes across in a couple of little sections, and we've actually been limited on where to do that by having the fire station and the hospital. But I've been told that if you put a station right outside the hospital, it helps a lot with people travelling there, so hopefully that helps, and it having its own road as well. But otherwise the best thing to do, I think, would be to remove the large fire station and put it one down here, and then that would free up some room for some more housing behind it. But this area over here, you can see I've redone. There's now another industrial layer here and another big industrial plot. This area on the side here is also reserved for industrial, but no one's taken that up. And I think if I were to put it down the side here, it would probably work, but we want to get everyone on this road here, so everyone commutes down to this road to get to work, which means they're actually on the wrong side of the road. I wanted them to be on the other side, so we should change that now, and maybe I'll just destroy those and let them get rebuilt, but I won't do that straight away. And also you'll notice that these streetcar stops, I've repositioned those, and they're all along this avenue here. They no longer go down the sides or onto this one here, because my thoughts were that to get to work you don't need to go to this road, that road, or this one here, because they're all on this middle one. And so if we don't have any stops around here, hopefully they won't contribute to traffic, because I've noticed loads of them get backed up, and when you slow down and watch the actual traffic go around, often or not the cars are all waiting for the streetcars to get out of the way, so hopefully that'll make a difference. There's a couple of streetcars there, and usually where you see it all backed up at the corner like this, there's always a streetcar trying to go around the corner. Looks like we've got to demolish this. Building fire. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the stats and stuff. We've actually got a few abandoned buildings. That one over there. We'll have none round there anymore, though we do have a few residential houses, a couple of buildings. Too many deaths. Too many deaths. Too many deaths. Too many deaths. So our city is still full of death. Let's see what's going on with the hospital. Apparently we're treating 10 people a day. But it also tells you the injuries treated and the sickness treated per day. What was the other stat that I saw? There it is. 4 deaths per day, 5 of 19 injured treated per day, and 37 of 62 sick treated per day. So we're still not reaching enough people. Now, I've been told that the more wellness centres you build, the better it is. You know, the amount of deaths and stuff go down. Oh, we can also build something up the top there again. What's that? I don't think we need that because we're not treating enough patients in the first place. A surgical centre might help. So that means we have to do research. A wellness centre. Yeah, I don't feel like, you know, destroying some of my other buildings just to put that in just yet. So we'll leave it how it is for now. Yeah, so we've kind of got all that area done. We're going to be expanding this one over here slowly. I don't think there's too much restructuring to do. I was going to move my... I just said Quaid. Trade HQ. God damn it. It's like some days I go to say the words and they just come out the wrong way around. It's so annoying. We can upgrade that, which is not something I want to do. Why don't we do a little bit of building actually? Let's put this... Let's see. Now, I don't think this building has... Oh, I have to destroy it too. Damn it. I was hoping I could build another one, upgrade that, and then destroy this one. So we might not be able to upgrade it straight away, but I don't think it interacts with the traffic or it sends people out to work or anything like that. So the best place to put it, you know, I'd think would be near the trade port, because it's to do with trade, but we want to expand the area behind that over time, I'd imagine. So somewhere up here would probably be the best place to put it. So it would seem that we need to make a whole bunch of trade profit again to upgrade that, so it's going to take a while before we can do that, but when we upgrade it we should be able to build an extra building alongside it. And I think the petroleum division, yeah, that's the one that we want. That unlocks something, yeah, the plastic storage lot at the trade port, that's what we want to do. And it's kind of pointless putting down a sign. It takes up, actually we could put it over on this side. Yeah, I like it when the signs go on the plot already, but otherwise you're taking up other valuable space, but that's alright, going there. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else to do at the city. Maybe we should move over to the other one. Everything is going good. Oh yeah, I said I was going to take a look at the stats. So our population hasn't gone back up yet. It takes time to do that, it seems. Unemployment in this region is still a little bit high, and there's still tons of unfulfilled jobs. That never seems to go down. It's just so strange. Still the same amount of people commuting in. That never changes either. Yeah, in general I just need to give it some time, you know, going around, making sure all the lots are full up. For example, this one here is downgraded, which just doesn't make sense. Not a lot makes sense in this game. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the solar farm. We are receiving no power from it for 300 workers. We have to click that now though. Or not, I don't know. It just gave me a turn on the power achievement. Let's press that again. And I got 10,000 for that, woohoo. Yeah, I just do not know, okay. Anyway, let's go over to our other city, off in the distance here. It's been a while since I played on this actually. We don't have a lot of money, and some of you have been suggesting that I send money over. If you saw one of the previous episodes, I actually showed that it's not possible to send it from one group of 4 cities to another, which is just completely pointless. But last time we were in this city, I was sort of laying out the foundations, and I think we've done a pretty good job of that. We need to increase the size of this avenue, or the distance between it and this one here. That's one thing we definitely need to do. But also, I think we should avoid the grid layout. Well, I say avoid, I think we need to make the grid layout interesting. So I'm going to be doing some architecture like with the roads, and in the long run these are all going to be avenues as well, but we don't have the money to sort of spend on that at the moment, which is kind of annoying. But my plan was to have each of these what would be avenues go up to the top, and then have like a ring road effect. So one goes and arches over to this one here, and then this one here would go up and arch over to the next one on that side, and then it'd have crossroads every so often, which I think could look really interesting. And I put this in the wrong place, that's for sure. And the solar farm from the other region, I'm pretty sure doesn't benefit us over here either, which is kind of annoying. So I'm not sure what it is I'm going to do first, but I'll have a look around and see what's going on, and yeah, I'll get to work. Okay, what are these silly roads up the top here? It turns out that these roads were not positioned correctly. I thought I had done them right so that we could replace them with avenues. I just realised something else as well. Now the baseball park is the same size as one of the plots when it's on that side of the road, so you can see we can fit a plot, a large one that is on either side, and also there, which is good. That's what I wanted to check. So what I'd really like to do at the moment is actually extend these avenues all the way down and build those nice curves at the back that I was talking about. However, that's going to cost a lot of money, and I don't really have that at the moment, so I'm really not too sure what to do. Let's take a look at the statistics of our city. We have quite a few people unemployed actually, and quite a few unfulfilled jobs as well. So we do need to increase the density a little bit in certain areas. The avenues are going to help with that. And also, yeah, increase the amount of jobs that are available. So, I don't know, it feels like there's not much to talk about anymore. We've done so much in SimCity that you could kind of see what it is that I need to do now just by checking out the stats. So, I think we should rebuild all of this here. I'm going to leave it on the fast mode, so we've got plenty of income, and slowly redo all these avenues and then build the curves at the top like I talked about. So at this stage of the city, it's really not a good idea to be waiting around to kind of rebuild stuff, you know, with the amount of money that you have, and of just spending everything that comes in. So I thought that what I would do is do a little bit of building on camera, and if we grab the avenue tool, we can draw a couple of extra lines further down like this, and then the rest I think we could do with dirt roads. So we could just, well, I could just show you the technique that I have in mind for building the curves at the end that I've been talking about and probably not describing very well. I'm just wondering how we're going to do this, because this is going to go through that, which we don't want, so we want to curve that one round to that one and this one to that one there, but all of these roads are in the way, so that kind of makes it a pain. We'd have to destroy all of those houses. I wonder if I can get that grid line to appear up here. Select that. No, it doesn't like it. Maybe if I use the avenue tool, will it show me more grid lines further up? Oh, this is not going well. Okay, there we go, it appeared. Except that's not the right one, is it? We want this one. There it is there and there. So if we do that, then that is on the same grid line. Excellent. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, so that one's going to hook round to that one there, and this one to that one. So let's see if we can draw that one as well. It's that bit right there. So if we just put a small section of it and then do the rest with a dirt road, it's actually going to destroy all those houses, whatever I do, I think. Oh well, right. And then I've got to think about how big the curves are actually going to be. We should have started with these ones down here. Let's see. Let's go with this one on this side. We'll bring that up to around there. And we'll do this one first. Okay, so that is quite a big curve. Let's pull out this tool here. And if we go across halfway, which is about there, and bring this out so it's a square, so we hold down shift to do that, you can see roughly how big the curve is going to be. So we can go a lot further forward. Now, I'm going to leave a little bit of space so that we can have a road at the back of the city there. We've got the train station that we're probably going to hook up at some point, and it seems like a good idea to leave that there. Okay, so hold down shift, go to the square tool, do that again. Okay, that seems about right. That leaves a fair bit of space at the back there, and then we do the same thing again. And does that meet up properly? I'm not sure that did. That's another thing you've got to be careful with, really. Let's try that again. So we're going to delete all of that. Yeah, look, it doesn't connect. And then we will do that, but we'll start from here. Okay, you can see it's just the bottom of the road is lower. So if we extend that out a little bit, this might work, it might not. In fact, I'm going to get rid of the avenue for now. Nope, that was the wrong thing to do. And let's just drag that down like that. Then use this tool, so we're going from there. It doesn't like that because the roads overlap. That's going to make it quite difficult, you know. Actually, do you know what we can do? If we just delete all of that, and I think that's in line with this road. Oh, this is actually quite tricky. Yeah, it's in line. Okay, that's cool, because that means that I can just go from there to there. But the roads overlap again, which I think is going to happen. That's really strange, because that means I can't put a road there, because it will overlap, no matter what I do. Oh, that is really annoying. So how am I supposed to... Actually, I know how I'm supposed to. I'm being an idiot here. We don't need to snap it to another road, because it's going to snap to these ones. So when I do this and hold down shift, there you go, you see it snaps, and so it's the exact same size. Okay. So what we can do now is delete that road there and connect it to an avenue. This is going to be one of the ones we use in the future. And by the way, I'm playing on... Oh, it's a good thing I noticed that. I'm playing on cheater speed, so you can see my money's going up. It means I'm going to be able to actually... Too close to existing intersection. So when I hold down shift, it seems like that's actually off slightly. If we zoom in, maybe we can see how much it's off by. I don't like that. It makes me think I've done it wrong. But it's only a minor difference. I think what we'll do is just drag it like that. Probably won't be that noticeable. Okay, so then we take the curved road and go from there to there. That's not right. We want it to have a bit of an arc to it. This next bit could be tricky. I think what we should do is delete all of these dirt roads, so we've got our two things in the right place. We also need to keep that little bit up the top there. We'll just have it, let's just leave one bit of road below it so we get a rough idea of how far out to go. Let's do this with... Oh, we have to do it with avenues for the final thing. That is not good. So how does this work? Can we do it with this tool? Doesn't look like it. So it might not be a perfect circle, it might just be a sort of curve. There we go, like that. And then back round again. No, that looks awful. I am really not sure. Let's go to there and then round again. Oh, that looks awful. Okay, it would appear that I don't know how to do this. And I'm sure some of you are screaming in the comments, you're doing it wrong. Let's just have another look at the tools again and see if I've overlooked something. I don't think I have though. I really don't. The circle roads is kind of annoying. In fact, if I remember correctly, you go from one point like that to one like this. That's how you do it. And do you know what I've done? I've gone and removed where the actual road was. Okay, right, I'm going to do that again off camera because that is going to be a pain to watch. Okay, at last I've got it. So I built the grid with the squares, we had 2 of those, and then I extended the road away from, like this, out from where the curve would be. So now when we pull down from here to there, hold down shift, that is very expensive. We build ourselves the circle, and then we've got to be careful here. From that point there, round to there, and now that should line up perfectly with our avenues. Okay. Oh, no, we need a straight road. So, I've just realised that my plan was to do this twice. It was to have one in the middle and then curve around over to there. That could be really difficult to do one after the other. I'm not really liking that now, because this road is in the way of the next one. Let's have a look. So where is that avenue? It's there. Let's build a little dirt road leading up so we know where it's going. So it's somewhere around there. We can figure out the starting point by drawing a road across the top like that. Okay, so we start there. Then actually this might not be too difficult. Depends on this next road a little bit. If we can go in a straight line like that, see, we can see whereabouts it is, but we can't actually draw the road. So same thing goes with that as well. It's that point right there. Is it gonna... Okay, it's snapped, so I'm gonna draw a road back. Okay, that was very helpful. If it hadn't snapped then I probably would have run out of ideas. Okay, so let's go across to that road there, and then demolish. Let's make sure we don't do something silly here. Let's demolish that, then that little bit, then that there. So we also want to remove that. So that is the edge of one bit and that is the edge of the other one. Let's remove all of this so it doesn't get in the way. So from there to there to there. Nice, it looks like we might be able to pull this off. And then we want to drag from there to there. This looks good. Awesome, we've done it. Okay, I'm holding down shift. Let's let go of that. So, if we delete all of that. Sweet! I am really pleased with that. That actually looks really nice. And it's probably not going to be... Oh, no, we need to swap that. It's probably not going to be the most effective for zoning and having buildings in there, but you know what, I don't care. If it looks cool, it looks cool. And that is nicely aligned, does that? Yep, that appears to meet up with that one. Yeah, that'll meet up, that's good. Okay, awesome. Well, there we go, we built our curved roads, and that is actually all we have time for this episode. The episodes are a little bit shorter, by the way. I just feel like maybe the interest is declining in SimCity, so I thought I'd do shorter episodes that way. I don't know, if you watch a load of long episodes, you're probably going to lose interest more than watching shorter ones, so we'll just try and keep the shorter ones more interesting. But that is a really nice layout, and I also realised that the next one is going to be quite challenging because we're going to go from there around to over here. Now that will be challenging because these are going to sort of come in and funnel together, the roads, and if you join a road up at a steep angle like this, often, you see that angle too sharp, I think that's going to get in the way. So what might happen is this avenue might just go up the top here, go along and connect on onto these roads from somewhere else. I don't know what's going to happen, but that is a nice little road layout up there. So anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.